Tuesday, the 20th of December, and this is my personal yoga practice. Starting right away with a short forward fold. Just enough to get the kinks out of the back and neck. So let the neck go, let the spine elongate. Working the back a little bit. Let the spine decompress. And relax. Alright. Next up, upward facing dog. Looks good enough. Gotta wait for the low back to slide in place. Feels like it's a little bit out of alignment. Let the body relax. There we go. The back's much happier now. And enjoy the pose. Relax. Got another 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Let the breath flow through the body. Relax and breathe. Feel the sensation of the forearms. Wiggle the fingers just a little bit so you can feel some space. Feel where there is space. Try to breathe through the nose. And then try to find a comfortable spot for your man parts. Which there isn't really. You're trying to pull up, right, and rotate forward. So as soon as the pelvis hits the earth, there is just no place for the man parts to go. Because also the legs are together, right? So, yeah, there's just no good place. Keep breathing, relax another 47 seconds. Feel the sensations of the body. Pulse the low back. See how it's moving. Wiggle the fingers just a little bit. Hit the legs straight. Feel sensation of the low back. It's basically where it's at. And that's 3 minutes of that. Alright, hey, look at that. I got a viewer. Awesome stuff. You rock. Let the hands equalize a little bit for just a moment. Kill the timer. Start the next one. And wheel pose. So, feet down, butt hips width apart, lift up onto the head, alright, and then press up into the hands, there we go, so that's interesting, you got a little bit of cramp, almost, the low back next to the pelvis, right where it started, I feel it stretch, nice stretch on the abdomen. And then the more that I push with the hands, the more stretch I feel on the front of the shoulders. And try to relax. 2 minutes. This pose takes a fair amount of effort because the muscles that work to maintain this pose I don't use very often. Let's see if we can get those hands a little closer. What that feels like. It definitely feels different. It just feels like I can't get the arms straight. That's that. Yeah, I can't get the arms straight. I can't because this part needs to stretch out some more. Only there's a way to stretch that without going up under the wheel, but that's that. Alright, so a little bit of hero's pose. And then try. Right. Try to get the fingers towards the toes. A lot of effort. So we'll just stick with this. Push the chest up to get more of an arch on the spine. Really feel that. Try to compact, bring the shoulders back towards the pelvis. That. Right. That is that. Start the next one. All right. More people to watch. Fun stuff. A little cramp on the left foot. Next up is the forward fold. There we go. The long forward fold. So I normally start practice with a short forward fold to get any kinks out of the back and neck. But this time is a longer forward fold to get a little bit more release and set up the next set of poses. Let's get the balls of the feet. The big toe knuckle, the ankle and the heels all together. Hey, look at that. It'll pop out a little back. Yeah, put the hands at the feet if you like. But try to maintain the foot position. Keep the legs straight. And relax. Keep the legs straight. Find your balance with your heels. If you get your hands under your feet. Mostly with your heels. Let the breath slide in and out. Another minute and 20 seconds. Relax into the pose. With the upper body dangle. Yeah, those back muscles. There are still a few that we're not relaxing. Let the upper body dangle. Let the pelvis rotate forward. Nice easy breath. Slide the breath in and out of the body. Straighten the legs. Relax into the pose. straighten the legs. And I almost tipped over. I gotta say, it's not so easy to straighten the legs. I'm at a point where it feels like there's a nerve stretch somewhere in this area that's happening when I'm relaxing and I've got the hands under the feet. There's some kind of a nerve stretch right in that area that's preventing me from relaxing further. But that's cool. That means I've got room for growth. Kill that. Start the next timer. Next up. Yeah, so what do we do today? Today's the 20th. So we'll do the foot behind the head workup. So let's get the right shoulder into the right knee. Yeah, you can see that a little bit, right? You want to get the right shoulder in front of the knee, right? As best as you can. And then start to feel that. So I'm feeling a stretch actually on my left side, right around here. Feel that stretch. I could try and get the head behind the foot, but I've got enough sensation here. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy that for a little bit. Again, feel the sensation on the left side. I change my grip just to feel what it's like to change like the left elbow. Further up I bring the left elbow, apparently the more stretch I get. So that's kind of interesting. But I blocked my face, right? There we go. Yeah, got the shadow, but whatever. All for the stretch. And I feel a little stretch on the, basically the base of the right hamstring. This is a pretty interesting pose. Alright, so there's almost a left. Let's see what that feels like. And relax. And baby steps, right? Just little movements towards whatever full expression you're trying to get. The thing about this pose is it puts a lot of strain on the back of the neck. So the leg acts like a spring pulling the body this way, and so you gotta use your back and your neck, pull yourself back until the leg starts to open up. And that's 3 minutes on that side. Awesome. Let that body equalize. Clear out that timer. Get the next timer started. Very cool. So the other side, let's go with a more perhaps camera-friendly angle, right? So yeah, bring this back, get the shoulder, really get the shoulder into the underneath the left knee, and so the left tricep is kind of pushing into the top of the left hamstring. So feel that, yeah, let the, so that's what I'm doing, right? I feel a little bit of a stretch right here. And then, yeah, as you can, try to get the shoulder further into the knee, further behind the calf, right behind the knee joint. stretch. And also feeling a little bit of stretch right here. It's actually more kind of a hip stretch. And wait till there's about a minute left. So we're at 1:44 right now. And when there's about a minute left, try to get the foot behind the calf, or behind the, I guess behind the Achilles. That's where I had it last time. But it feels like I've kind of topped out on this stretch. So I'll go ahead and go for the next phase. Yeah, most important. One of the things is relaxing the neck, so trying to use the arms to pull the leg back instead of being forced to use the neck to pull it back. And I could probably pull it further back, right? But I don't know if that would be sustainable. So pull it back just enough to a point where I can hold it, maintain the position, and the sensation is enough where I can feel something. And relax. Yeah, this just looks so natural, right? With the foot just popping out of the head. There you go, right? Cool stuff. I take that down. Hey, look at that foot right on top of the head. Don't try this at home. So yeah, now feeling a nice stretch on the, really on the hamstring. So that's interesting. Not so much on the hip, but mostly on the hamstring. Relax. And 3 minutes are up. Fantastic. Wow, that is like super intense on the left side. So blood flow stops to various places to the foot. Feels like. So you want to let that equalize a little bit. Get yourself up. Kill that guy. Start the next timer. Today's 20th. So start with the right leg. Open the legs up to a little bit more than 90, just a hair more. And then look at that beautiful foot. Start to reach the left hand towards it. So start to feel a stretch on the left side body. And get to where you can see the left foot. The right foot. That's my right foot. And then I'm going to slide the left hand under the hamstring as soon as I can, or as soon as it feels good. So I'm still trying to get the right shoulder to the earth first, but I need to release some tension there. The glute was like trying to slide backwards on the carpet. That didn't feel good. So I lifted up to release that tension. Alright, so got the forehead down to the earth. Get the shoulder down. So now let's get that left hand, slide it under the right hand, slide it under the left hamstring, and feel that stretch. Yeah, I think the last pose might have helped set this up a little bit. So that was getting the lower pelvis, or the lower spine, ready to go back and forth side to side. And there was a little bit of a shoulder stretch, a little hint of a shoulder stretch. And here, yeah, I'm feeling a stretch on the outside of the left rib cage. So right here, like in fact, really right there is where I feel a lot of intensity on this stretch, which is kind of interesting. And you find your pose wherever you've decided to go, wherever you've negotiated with your body to go to for today, and you relax. And by relax, right, you feel that nice intense sensation. But it's at a level that you can hold this pose all day long. Right? Right. 36 seconds. It might be pretty intense, but it's just sensation, it's not pain. If you're feeling pain, you gotta pull back. But if it's just sensation, you can hold it there. That's the difference. Relax. Feel a stretch. Yep. On the left rib cage, left side of the rib cage, is where I feel the most stretch on the left shoulder. And then I feel some on the left shoulder as well, some on the left shoulder, but most intense right there on the left rib cage. All right. So, let that back equalize just a hair. Get the timer started. Let's see that other foot. There we go. All right, have a look see at that foot. And so the back was ready for the right side. Now it's got to reposition for the left. Does not feel like it wants to go to the left after going over to the right. So that low back, gotta go slow. Yeah, it's the low back. It's right where the spine hits the pelvis. It's kind of a limiting factor, at least for me, for right now. So yeah, this will be interesting when I do this tomorrow, is how quickly I can get into the left side. So you gotta spend quite a fair amount of time, and yeah, I gotta make a masculine adjustment. Make sure you get the man parts in front of the pelvis, so the pelvis does not squish the man parts. There we go. Left shoulder comes down. Grab the outside of the left pinky toe with the right hand. There we go. And on this side, I feel more of a hamstring stretch. Yeah, it's the left side of the body that always feels more intensity. I really don't feel much of a stretch or as much intensity on the right shoulder. Not nearly anything on the right ribcage. I mean, I feel stretch, right? It feels taut, it feels in tension, but it doesn't feel like that's the limiting factor. Here, the most sensation, the limiting factor, is more the left hamstring. So it's quite interesting how asymmetric the body is with regards to the sensation. So you got the head down, got the shoulder down, got the left hand under the right hamstring, and have a really super intense stretch on the left hamstring. And relax. Feel the pose for another 15 seconds. Feel the breath slide in and out of the body. And that's that. All right. Let the body recalibrate. Equalize. That left leg was super intense. Pulse the muscles. Hey, got some sensation on the top of the right hip when I started pulsing the muscles. So you're pulling the joints back into place, right? So all this stuff can move again. And then we get ready for the next pose, which is going to be wide splits. Make sure you've got enough space. And there we go. It's just that easy when you've been practicing for years and years. Get all the parts into a good spot. There we go. And one of the original just total relaxation poses. Yeah, feel that stretch. The heels press into the earth. The inner thighs acting as a spring, pulling the legs, trying to pull the legs closed, but winding up with the heels getting pressed into the earth just based on the tension in the thighs. And relax the shoulders. Let the shoulders flop forward into the earth. Let the hands reach out. Play with the hands a little bit, so roll them around, wiggle the fingers. Feel some space, wiggle the feet, wiggle the toes. Again, feel some space. Pulse the muscles gently. Feel the space. Feel what it's like to hold this pose and pulse the muscles. And relax. Try to breathe through the nose. For another minute and 7 seconds. Relax. So yeah, another thing you can do, bring this up to the elbows. And by doing this, it puts a little bit more weight into the pelvis so that you can get just a hair more stretch on the legs. But then you have to use some effort on the upper body, the shoulders, to keep the elbows in place. But you're trying to sell out so you can get the stretch on the legs, so that's okay. Relax the neck. And that is that. 3 minutes of that. All right. So, next up. Yeah, feel that nice stretch of the legs. There we go. Bring this up. Handstand practice. All right. Yeah, I'm not perfect, right? But you practice every day, you get a little bit better. So, get the hands out. Get the middle fingers about 90 degrees apart, almost. Makes almost a 90-degree angle. Hands about shoulder width apart. And do some magic, right? Lift the hips up. And then maybe you can balance, right? Shift the weight forward. Lift the hips further. Keep your balance on your hands. There we go. Hold the pose as best as you can. Still have the legs in splits pose. Just for kicks, I guess. And relax, but straighten the arms. Bend the elbows for more control if you need it. Straighten it for less effort if you can. Oh, and that was that. Well, that's that for today, but not like yesterday. Yeah, don't try this at home if you're not ready for it. Your body will tell you if you are. Headstand practice, right? So you can start off like this, and you just kind of relaxed. Place the hands on the earth. Elbows make about a 90-degree angle. And when the spine's ready to straighten up, you straighten up that guy. Don't do this unless you know what you're doing. Yeah, it's just that simple, right? It's lotus handstand. That's all we're doing, right? I want to get the hands behind the head. A little bit different expression. So get the hands interlaced behind the head. And then do a lotus headstand. There we go. Close the eyes, relax. Make sure you feel the body. So yeah, quite a bit of intensity on the neck. Be careful with that. For some reason the body wants to straighten out, so let's straighten out. Nice pop in the left hip. Let's try the other side. And it sounds like the timer's done, so we'll bring this back down. Undo the legs. And there we go. All right. Well, cool stuff. Thanks for joining me for my 8 a.m. yoga practice. Maybe I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Make it awesome.